This is the Slaughterhouse Maifa, and you're listening to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast.
Canadian strong, maritime proud. Hear the roar of the fans, feel the crowd. Every slam, every fight, every story we shout. Legends are born, there's no doubt. From Halifax rings to PI lights, the action is heavy, the energy ignites. Feel the thrill, it's gonna be a blast. Welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast, joined once again by Corey. He's there, trust me.
You.
Which one? Why would I mean me?
All joined again? The people that are listening are joined by you.
Also Jason.
Hey.
But am I here?
No, you're not.
All right.
Mark the mark.
It's the wrong order.
All right, moving on.
What the fuck's going on, man?
I'm leaving it in. Fuck you all. How you guys going?
How am I going? I'm doing
first?
pretty good
Not
too.
bad, man. Not bad. A little tired. I thought about taking a nap at around 6. We recorded 7. Thought about taking a nap at 6, but I thought I'm never going to wake up for that fucking episode, so stayed up.
No
I'll just
other
stay up
naps?
till tomorrow.
So
No,
you'll be in bed by 8:30, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be in bed at 8:30. I'm old.
We'll be watching
Thought
the
about
Habs.
taking a.
You'll be watching the Habs. I'll be watching the back of my eyelids. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Thought about taking a nap at 6:05, 6:10,
Oh,
6:15.
yeah. Listen, at 6:15, I was laying in bed. And then at 6:30, I was like, don't sleep now.
I'm surprised you didn't fall asleep.
Listen, it was close.
While I'm thinking about it, tonight at 9, he's real, he's raw, he's the goddamn international draw. We had a chat with August Artois. Hilarious guy. It was an honor to have him on the show. So 9 o'clock tonight, look forward to that. We're going to get things started this week with Maggie barking in the background. As usual, it's prime time for her.
Margaret.
Margaret Vautour, my adopted daughter. There you
It's
go.
her official name.
It's her official name according to Mark.
Did you tell her she's adopted already?
I did. She growled a lot. Oh
Wow.
my god!
I can
was
hear
not
the
happy.
frustration in her voice. She's in her
Oh, yeah.
teens now, eh?
She
I've
is.
never told Colby that. He thinks he's came from my loins.
I'll tell him
dog.
next time I see him.
No, you won't.
Oh, I will.
You'll forget because you love him. He's a great dog.
No, I'll remember. I think it'll be funny because I think Colby will just start crying.
Have you ever told Cheryl she was adopted yet?
She knows.
No, she knows.
knows.
She's the one that told me that story.
Yeah, of course.
She
Every
denies
time
that
he,
story to this. She denies that story to this day. We went to an Amherst game, the fucking COVID game that we got, and on the car ride home, she's telling me about how she's adopted and her uncle's her dad and all that. And she's like, "I never told you that." And I'm like, "I swear to God, you told me that."
It's one of my favorite stories, so I've definitely shared it a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
And I never heard of it, so I was just making a joke.
You know,
I had no fucking clue either. So.
she's not really adopted, you assholes.
Oh, okay.
But it's a great story. It's
Yeah.
just something I tease her with all the time.
I mean,
Every
she should
time.
be adopted, but
I mean, it would make more sense because she's nothing like me.
If she'd be bald, it would make more sense that she's your sister.
Fuck you. My mom's not bald, you asshole.
It could be a wig.
Soon.
I was waiting for that one.
3.5 minutes, we still haven't talked about wrestling.
right.
Can you picture Corey in a toupee?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
but
Donald
That'd
Trump
be-
haircut.
The blonde hair just flowing in the wind.
Over the
it
side.
would be something, let me tell you.
Gonna eat a donut.
Yes, sir.
All right, wrestling time. Starting off with IHW, they had their Hampton show. Opening match saw the IHW Honor Champion Fantana successfully defend versus Johnny Fugazi. Karma Rain, she beat Sierra Stone. Rick Owens, the rugged one, he beat the Ultimate Male Zane Valentine.
Oh, that one.
With that one?
The rugged one.
The rugged one.
The rugged one. If he ever turns heel, he'll go from Rugged Rick to the rugged one. There you go.
I like it.
The chosen one.
There you go. The Dan brothers, they beat AWOL. Ricky Mortis beat Kirk Obey. And for the IHW Heavyweight Championship, Chris Charters successfully defended against Matt Chevron. A few title defenses for Fantana this weekend. The first one against Johnny Fugazi. One of the newer characters in IHW. Really looking forward to see where this goes.
Yeah, I think it's. I think we would have seen a faster development if Caden wasn't injured. Because I think that was going to be a tag team.
I think you can still continue, because I don't think Caden's going to miss any shots. I think he's still going to be appearing at the shows and being a mouthpiece and a manager for
definitely
Fugazi.
a mouthpiece, that's for damn sure.
Great mouthpiece.
But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with Johnny as a singles. Because I know that they were going to do a tag team thing, but
Yeah.
we'll have to see where it leads. But Matt, it's cool that they get a championship a match right away.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
I mean, it's a little early for Fantana to drop the belt, and I think Fugazi, like you said, I think for Caden, I think the injury it was bad, but I think they were expecting worse.
Oh yeah, everybody was, I think.
Yeah, and I think by the start of the season next year, he'll be ready to go. So you can keep going with this pretty in pink gimmick, and you never know if they're really bringing in tag team titles. Like we've been told by Kirk Obey himself during this interview, like on the podcast, that tag belts are made. So we're just waiting to see them. And I think Pretty in Pink would be great challengers. I think they'd eventually make great champions.
Eventually, absolutely. It's just, I think this time is going to give Johnny a chance to solidify himself as a competitor without having Cade in there as well. So it'll give him a chance to get some reps in and get back to where he needs to be. And then once Cade is back to 100%, I can't see why they wouldn't take over the tag division. So
Exactly. The Dan brothers. So this is, I don't know if they're going by their other names. Was this
TJ Miguel and Mayafa?
So they are going by TJ Miguel and Mayafa. A big thank you to Mayafa for the intro this week. They're from Hampton. A big win over AWOL here. You got another tag team here. If they decide to bring them into Riverview, you got a tag team right here in the Dan brothers. Yeah.
I mean, you got the Dan brothers, you got AWOL, you got Hateful Dead, you got Perfect Storm, Pretty in Pink. If Charters and Obey team up as the Forsaken, you're looking at another tag team there. So their tag team division is very solid.
I do think at some point I'd love to see Matt Chevron and Scott Lee Crude Oil come into IHW. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about that. Like, there's already Chevron and LG, right?
That was a one-time deal, though.
You think?
I think so.
Listen, I think Fantana is going to have a run going into next year with this title. I think he's going to rule with this belt. I think none of his matches will be bad because Fantana is an excellent worker. I think the end goal with the Honor title is having LG win it. And I think the LG for that belt in IHW, I think that's a perfect belt for him. I think him and Fantana could probably trade it back and forth. You can continue this storyline. Like, this doesn't just benefit Logan Green. This can benefit Fantana, too, because, okay, you lose the belt, but you can win the belt back.
Yeah, the whole payback scenario from, you know what I mean, Fantana having Logan put the mask on, now Fantana winning the title, losing it to Logan, the chase, and then winning it back from Logan, maybe some other stipulation. We know that there's stipulations with the belt, so there, you know what I mean? All of that can come into play as well. So there's a whole long storyline here that can be drawn out over the next season or two. So,
Oh man,
Absolutely.
imagine the end of that is a mask on a mask match.
A mask on a mask match? What does that mean?
Whoever loses has to wear another mask.
On top of their mask?
Holy fuck, LG already fucking sucks with one. Imagine that.
Jesus.
tell ya.
I want to talk about Ricky Mortis here. He gets a big win over Kurt Cobain. We all predicted Mortis getting a title at some point. He's had some shots. Nothing really came out of it. But I remember saying the same thing about Thad Howard. I remember saying the same thing about Logan Green, about this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. 2026. I know, Corey, you're a massive fan of the Ghost Ricky Mortis, and you're predicting that he's going to be one of the top guys, like the tip-top guys in the Maritimes in a few years.
I do, and I think this was a good year for him. I think he put some. He's building his foundation right now. I think 2026 is going to be that year where you see him make that move that Hollywood Cole made. Previously, you're Rudy this year. I definitely think that's where we're at with the Ghost, just because he's got great personality. He can get on the mic. He's good on the mic. Good wrestler. I like him as a face. I like him as a heel. He's got some of the best merch in the Maritimes. Doesn't really,
Yep.
not saying that matters, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's fun. So,
Yep.
I'm a huge fan. I think that's, and I don't know long term if the Hateful Dead's where he's gonna land for his long term forever tag team, but I think he's, it's a great team for now, and it's something to keep building from. But I really see him doing big things in 5 years and 10 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We see it with the transition of the newcomers as well. You talked about Cole. Even Ethan Knight would be in that category now. We've seen it with Rudy. Now we're seeing it with Joey Dawson.
Yep.
This is their second year in the business. 2026 is going to be Mortis' second year in the business. So I think it's just a matter of time before we see a belt on him for sure.
And
He's
it's
putting
a
in a
big
lot of
win,
work.
too. It's a big win against Kurt Cobain, one of the top guys from IHW.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another one of those good bookings because they understand what the future is. I mean,
Yeah.
Kirk's been in this business a while now. He's looking at, less time behind him, in front of him than there is behind him at this point.
Yeah.
I would imagine, and you have to book the young guys to get exposure because they're going to be the future of the Maritimes. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
honestly,
can't-
I think he's one of the guys that's putting in the most work right now in regards to reps in the ring, like actual matches. Recently, we saw him go to, I think it was New Breed. Recently enough,
I think
a
so,
couple
yeah.
of weeks ago. We could name easier the promotions that he has not worked for than he has worked for. So that's a good sign, right? Everybody's booking him. There's a reason. His character works by itself.
Yep.
So I think that's amazing.
yeah, the whole gimmick is a good tweener gimmick. So if he needs to be a babyface, he can. If he needs to be a heel, he can. He's easy to switch back and forth. It's a well gimmick, but it's also a very not really generic, but you know what I mean, like all around good gimmick.
Yeah.
So he can really
It's-
play the roller coaster, right?
It's rare that someone can decide on their own gimmick and it works this well. Like usually,
From
like
jump, absolutely.
Yeah. I've used the analogy of exotic Adrian Street in the past, where he wanted to be like a Buddy Rogers or Ric Flair with the robes and the bleach blonde hair, and they started calling him a fairy. So he played into it, and all of a sudden he's the exotic Adrian Street, kissing men and this and that. And back then was a lot more controversial, I guess. Nowadays it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where that's not the gimmick he wanted. It's the gimmick that worked, though.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Matt Chevron once again getting a shot at Chris Charters. Apparently these matches have been unreal. Just they have great chemistry together. And I'm wondering now, is Matt Chevron, could he next year, the year after, win the IHW heavyweight title?
It's possible. I think it all depends on what IHW wants to do with a storyline. Is he capable? 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Can he win it? Absolutely. Can he represent it well? Absolutely. But like I say, it all depends on what IHW wants to do with the title and the storyline. So we'll have to wait and see. I know Chevron has some big plans for 2026. We had a discussion. He is planning on doing some traveling and wrestling in North America in 2026. I won't say exactly where, but there's some U.S. dates as well as some Canadian dates coming. So we'll have to wait and see what unfolds there. But could he win it? Absolutely. Would he be a great champion? Absolutely. We'll just have to wait and see.
So when you say U.S. and Canada, do you mean Canada in Alberta before the separation and then U.S. after it separates, or?
A little bit of both, I think.
Yeah. The places he told me that he was planning to get booked in, that's going to be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
IHW was not done this weekend. They had their Miramichi show. The opening match saw the Honor title once again, Fantana beating Ricky Mortis and TJ Miguel in a three-way match. Matt Chevron beating Pat Persuasi, Shano beating the big bad LG Logan Green. Ricky Mortis once again out to beat his partner James Manning.
No, that's Rick Owens.
Rick Owens. I put Ricky Mortis for some reason. My bad.
Rick Owens.
Rugged Rick Owens. The rugged one. Rick Owens.
The rugged one, yeah.
Shows you how many notes I write in a day, yeah? So, the rugged one, Rick Owens, beating James Manning, the Mauler one. And the main event, the Horsepower of Love, Hunter Sampson and Butter Love beat Kirk Obey and Chris Charters. The Honor title, once again, Fantana getting a big title defense here, three-way match. And you look at Ricky Mortis, another high-profile match.
Yeah. He's putting the reps in. He's getting the shots. 2026 is it's coming. I mean, we talk about it. We've talked about it for weeks now. It's coming. It all depends on what promotion is going to pull the trigger first at this point, because he's everywhere.
Are we talking about the rugged one, Ricky Mortis, or are we talking about the ghost Ricky Mortis? I need to be clear.
The ghost one, Ricky Mortis.
The ghost one.
Okay, I'm making sure.
Here's one way to put it in one phrase. Where there's smoke, there is fire.
So it was Ricky Mortis.
There's smoke, there's fire. He's going to be a champion soon. He's
I think soon.
He's going to win it.
In IHW, or?
I just think it's going to come sooner than later.
I look at IHW. And I don't see him being a world champion caliber right now. In 5 years from now, absolutely.
Fighting the Honor Championship. There's the.
But that's not IHW.
So
no, but outside of
IHW, as far as IHW goes, as far as IHW goes, if he's going to be a champion, he'll be a tag champion.
That's my thinking.
That would be his first title in IHW.
That would be his first title, period.
Right, but I'm just saying, if in IHW, he might win something first in another promotion.
Yeah.
But as far as IHW, if he wins a title, it'll be a tag team title. I don't think he's ready for the Honor title. Definitely not the heavyweight title yet. But there are other titles out there he can get. There's a Celtic Roots champion in ECPW.
Oh. That'd be great for him, huh?
Yeah, that would be a good one. So you've got the Northern Star title. You know what I mean? Yep. There's another one there.
That's the thing, though. He's teaming with Manning and North Pro as well as the Hateful Dead. So if tag titles are coming, they're going to need tag teams.
Yeah, absolutely. But Dawson James could also tag with the NWO as well. So it's still
When's the last time the NWO appeared in North Pro? It's been a while, right?
Been a bit, yeah. They've been booking a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Pro Wrestling Ontario's been there a lot, so we'll have to see what happens there as well. But so they've got Dawson was part of a trios title at one point for PWO as well.
Did he win those belts?
No, but he was part of the whole
okay.
He wrestled for them and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So you've got, you know what I mean, Mortis. There's other titles, and he's, you know what I mean. There's PEI Championship, IPW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So there's other titles singles titles he may win. As far as IHW goes, I think the first title he would get in IHW would be a tag title.
I think it's more likely that he gets tag gold because the storyline, the main tag team storyline, has been the Hateful Dead and the Perfect Storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of tag teams,
I want to circle back for 1 second, and I know this is going to be going against some stuff that I've even talked about in the past, where I feel like the Honor title is a heel title, and it shouldn't sit on a babyface for very long. I will say that with IHW touring around a lot more this year, I mean, they had more shows outside of Moncton or outside of Riverview than they had in Riverview.
Absolutely.
For the first time in a long time. I think. This is the most I've ever seen them tour, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And one thing that I could picture these fans enjoying a lot is a belt around his waist. I think Fantana gets the kind of pop at those spot shows or these Miramachi shows that's unlike anybody else. Just something about him. Oh, it was unreal. Everywhere. And every time he's in Miramachi too, the kids love Fantana. So Fantana coming out with a belt, even if belts are just props, Corey, never gonna let it die. He's gonna, next time he sees me, he's gonna kick me in the nuts. And I just feel like I like Fantana as the champ for that reason. I do think that it's more enjoyable for me as a fan.
That opens up a whole other can of worms, because if he's that over, and we've all seen him, he is.
Oh yeah,
Can he get a run with the big belt?
I'm sure he can eventually.
I mean, yes, but I love Fantana in the opener on these spot shows, and I don't want the big belt defended in the opener. So for that reason, I kind of like him with the Honor belt, because I want Fantana to pull the curtain. I think the two most important matches in a show are the first match and the last match. And
agreed.
Giving Fantana that opportunity frequently on a lot of shows, it's not a coincidence. The guy pops the crowd, he gets everybody going. And
it helps set the stage for the rest of the night.
Yeah. That's all I had.
That's interesting, though.
I will carry on now.
But the main event that night, Hunter Sampson and Butter Love versus Kirk Obey and Chris Charters. Miramachi's been having their own storylines outside of Riverview, and this is one that's a few shows in, and Hunter and Butter Love are both from Miramachi. We've been to Miramachi shows. The Butter section, very slippery, but there's a lot of them.
Those greasy buggers. You can barely stay on the seats.
Like, this is a huge win for Hunter Sampson and Butter Love. Like, Butter Love, like, he's relatively new. Like, this is his first year, right?
It's his first year.
Yeah.
So this is a huge win in the main event against two of the top guys in IHW. Like, I can't stress enough how much Kirk Obey means to IHW. And Chris Charters probably means just a smidge more because he's the world champion there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I mean, did he show up with the title? Do we know? He must have.
He must have because he's defended it before.
You see that a lot, like in mainstream wrestling as well, where a guy shows up with a title, he's in a tag team, and all of a sudden one of the other two guys gets a title shot fairly soon after if they win, right? So could we see in Miramachi possibly Hunter get a title shot against Chris Charters, I'd say.
I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know who pinned who. My assumption would be maybe Hunter or Butter pinned Kirk Obey. But let's just say they did storyline it, which would make a lot of sense. Like that's a very good point, Mark. Yeah. Because if Samson or even Butter Love pinned Chris Charters, technically they should be the number one contender for the next Miramichi show because they've been successful in Miramichi. Like they've had huge crowds everywhere. So 2026, they're going to be back in Miramichi, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're both from the area, right? I mean, half the crowd that goes to Miramichi are there to see Hunter and Butter Love. That I mean, there was a picture. I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook, where they both took a picture with the crowd and it was all their family, and it pretty much took up the entire front of the ring. So, I mean, it just makes sense for them to get those title shots in Miramichi.
Yeah. I love the venue there in Miramichi too. It's such a different arena. It's not even an arena. It's like a little ballroom or something like that.
Community center ballroom thing. Yeah, it's what I would classify as an intimate setting. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's very intimate there. A lot of touching and holding.
Corey and I got intimate in that room, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, you saw a title and all of a sudden...
Don't want to hear about it.
Corey had a hot dog and he was happy.
Yeah. So, Robert Show mentioned a minute ago about the IHW going and wrestling outside of Riverview the most. So they had 11 shows outside of Riverview this year, and so far only 5 in Riverview. So...
there, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'll finish the year off with 6 in Riverview because their last show coming up on the 28th of this month. But
we will be there, except for Corey. Corey's missing everything.
I'm at hockey. Sorry, boys.
He looks so sad.
That is what it is.
It's that time of the year. I mean, different priorities, different commitments.
I will say that there's been nothing this year that I've enjoyed more than IHW wrestling. And for me, it's nostalgic. It brings me back to my maritime wrestling roots from the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and it's been a great year for them. And I'm very happy to see the success that they've had. I've enjoyed my time at IPW. I've had some fun at North Pro, but IHW's had a special year. I think CCW has as well, but I haven't been there for it.
Yes, you have. You've been to one.
One, but it's not the same.
We'll be back in CCW next year for sure. We love our friends at CCW. There's still one show to go over, and I believe this was Kaizen's final show of the year, right?
Correct.
So Kaizen Whispering Madness. Evan Gibbons, he beat Matt Kerr and James Ryder. Sydney Sweetie beat Justine Ward. Sydney Sweetie actually sprayed perfume in Ward's face for the win. So Sydney Sweetie turning heel. They were probably already heel.
I think more of a tweener, if I'm not mistaken. But,
yeah. So Joey White versus Covey Christ. It ended in a double pin. Both lost chunks of hair, according to my sources. I did see clips of the main event that Joey was in. His hair seemed perfectly intact, so I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I've seen pictures after the thing, and there's big clumps of blonde hair in the ring. So,
well, that's just probably him wrestling because he's been losing his hair like crazy.
not as much as I saw in the pictures. It was a hair versus hair match. There was big clumps of blonde hair. Pretty sure Joey's getting at least a trim, if not a full.
At least a little trim.
That's right.
We had a Kumite match. Benoit Gravel beat Dawson James. Joey White beat Ryan Schimmel, Ian Pratt, Jason Boa, and Sebi. So here's the story about this. The winner of this match was going to be number one contender. Originally, it was a fatal four-way match between Schimmel, Pratt, Boa, and Sebi. There was an email sent by the end of the match, and I'm not even joking. An email was sent that said that Joey White was being inserted into the match. Joey gets the win and immediately challenges Bobby Boyette to a Kaizen heavyweight title match. Joey White gets the win and is the new champion. Joey won the fatal five-way match, by hitting Sebi in the head with a wrench. That seems to be his weapon of choice.
Yes, I seen it last time I was there.
Yeah. During the title match, Thorpe and who else was it? So Tony Thorpe and...
So Tony Thorpe is the owner? He's the one that sent the email.
So he sent the email, but Tony Thorpe sent Dawson James and a masked man to the ring to help Joey. Sebi came to Bobby Boyette's rescue. Sebi once again gets hit with a wrench, gets knocked out again. Joey White will end the year as Kaizen heavyweight champion, and he will also end 2025 as a triple champion, because last week he did win the DIY heavyweight title, and the week before that he won the NSPW Maritime heavyweight title. So 3 weeks, 3 titles, his second Kaizen reign. There's no doubt that Joey White is one of those pillars for maritime wrestling. There's just
for sure.
he's going to be like Hollywood Cole was. You know, you can clearly see this guy's going to be an ace.
He's won 3 titles in the last month, and he holds 4 titles because he's won half of the UCW tag title.
He's a quadruple champion.
Yeah.
So Joey White, we aren't doing an award show. Connor Cook. I almost said Smith. Connor Cook, if you haven't voted yet, go vote on the state of maritime wrestling. We fully endorse the
Maritime Wrestling Superfan.
Yep, we're endorsing the fan vote, the year end awards for Connor.
Absolutely.
For MVP, I hope a lot of people checked out a box for Joey White.
Yeah,
this guy's been unreal.
I mean, same thing as Cole last year. At one point, he held 4 titles. There's pictures of him holding the 4 titles. We're going to have the same thing with Joey this year. I love it, especially going into a new year. It's gonna drive so many storylines. The guy's gonna get booked everywhere. It's gonna be fantastic, and that in turn is going to bring up the next generation coming behind him. Cole did it with some other guys. Cole did it with Rudy and some other guys, and Joey, and you know what I mean. Now it's gonna bring in the next generation. It's fun to see. It's not the first time that he's going to hold all these titles. May not hold them all together again. But Joey is going to be a multi-champion moving forward for many years to come. No doubt about it.
Here's something to look at Kaizen for. So you put the belt on Joey White. He's clearly your top heel. He's white hot. People absolutely despise him. You got Bobby Boyette that can chase him for the belt. You got 4 guys in that fatal 4-way. You got Ian Pratt, who's now a babyface, and I saw some clips of him. The turtleneck is gone. He's got regular wrestling gear on. Just a workhorse. I absolutely love Ian Pratt. Ryan Schimmel's another one. Jason Boa. And the walking gimmick Sebi. You got 5 guys that can chase. You got 5, you have 5 months worth of title matches right there against Joey White.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention having Dawson and Evan Gibbons come out to help Joey. In the meantime, that can create another tag team to go up against any combination of those 4 other guys.
Absolutely.
So you're creating so many storylines out of that one match. It's ridiculous.
I do think Kaizen is due for a mid-card title, though. I think it's time.
I think it's... the big belt was cool when they had, you know what I mean, a handful of roster people, you know what I mean? You had Covey and a handful of guys and girls. Now they're really pushing the envelope. They got a lot of new faces. Sydney Sweetie, Matt Kerr, James Ryder, Evan Gibbons, Ken Frazier. So yeah, it's definitely time for, like we call it, a stepping stone title. So
yeah, absolutely. So Kaizen, what a year for them.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to the upcoming shows.
Not shows. One show. So upcoming this weekend, Saturday, November 15th, United Wrestling is having a benefit show called Cassidy's Fight. There's a 14-year-old girl named Cassidy Smith. She's a grade 9 student from Central Kings Rural High School in Cambridge, Nova Scotia, who was recently diagnosed with stage 2A Hodgkin's lymphoma. She's already completed 15 days of chemotherapy, and this benefit show is to help her family with travel and daily expenses that she needs to go back and forth to the IWK regularly for treatment. So 100% of the proceeds are going to go directly to the Smith family. So if you guys are in the area, definitely go check it out. There's also a link on United's site if you want to donate. Without going to the show, it's definitely a great cause. But they also have some really cool matches lined up for it. They have a singles match between Daniel Wall and Ryan Denham. The Annapolis Valley Championship is up for grabs between Robbie McAllister, the champion, versus Thad Howitt.
Oh,
so I
interesting.
think that's going to be a big match. The United Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Anthony Deuce Harlem and Ryan Riggs, are taking each other on in a hardcore grudge match.
Winner is the Tag Team Champions, Mark.
Yeah, there you go.
Mark's got a stiffy.
There's a sweet and sour match. So Sydney Sweetie is taking on Sidewalk Sam.
Who's sour? I'm just kidding.
And
that's gross.
yeah, and they have a Battle of the Generations match. So 25-year vet Kyle Cruz is taking on fairly newcomer Vincent Tyler. So
Vincent
they've got
Tyler, the black metal of the Maritimes.
absolutely. So yeah, regardless of the matches and who's wrestling, it's a great cause. So definitely support if you can. Go out and see some good wrestling. And so that's Saturday, November 15th, the Waterville Fire Hall in Cambridge, Nova Scotia. That's the only
Awesome
one going
stuff.
on this weekend.
So, with that being said, it is now time for our fan question of the week, which is...
Comes from a gentleman by the name of Cody Gallant in Dieppe, New Brunswick. Says, if you could travel back and attend any maritime wrestling event from the past, which one would you choose and why?
Who wants to start?
Shit, I don't mind.
Go for it, Mark.
Honestly, the one that I think I've talked about the most, I do not regret, for it to be my first show ever in the Maritimes of wrestling was at North Pro, the night of the birth of Stitchface. We could call it, I suppose. Yeah. The birth of Stitchface.
Yep.
Great time. I know that some people are critical of the Titan Boar. Honestly, I just feel like it's, at this point, it kind of feels like home.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's the first venue that I've been to, but it got me in love with maritime wrestling, and I don't regret it being my first show.
There's definitely a love-hate relationship with the Titan Board. I hate it because it's such a small venue, and North Pro could definitely pack a bigger arena. But I love it because it's an intimate setting, and you pretty much know everybody that's there.
Yeah,
where we were sitting last time is fine, right in front of the bar.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
perfect.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
Yep. But yeah, I would redo that all over again in a heartbeat.
I can go next, I guess.
Sure, I'll go.
To me, I didn't pick an event that I was at, but I picked an event that I wish I was at, and I was fairly young. I don't think I could have made it, but it's the first ever Maritime Cup with New Scott and the natural Bobby Roode winning that. I think people that went to that show was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. The Maritime Cup, to me, is the tournament in maritime wrestling. You look at everybody that's won that, they were a massive, massive star at one point or another in maritime wrestling. whether it's Bobby Roode, whether it's Pete Smith, who was Kingman at the time, whether it's Titus, Chris Cook, Charlie Hubley, Hollywood Cole, Madison Miles, everybody that won the Maritime Cup became an instant superstar or only added. I know Pete Smith was already a superstar in the Maritimes, but he added to that.
No, absolutely.
So to me, to go back and watch where the Maritime Cup started, that's one that I would be really special for me.
So my choice was not very hard for me to come up with, actually. As soon as I read the question, I was like, oh, that's easy. Because if I could go back in time and go see any show in the history of the Maritimes, I would go back and see Maritime Cup 1. And it's not even close for me. Like, I thought of a couple others, like, I would have loved to see Andre at the Forum.
Yeah.
I know that, I think it was at the Forum. But anyway, Andre, when he came to Maritimes, and I don't know if it was with International or with Grand Prix. I'd have to go find the poster and take a look.
He did both. He did. So here's a funny thing. Andre did do some spot shows in Rishabukto.
Amazing. And I thought about those, but like the Forum one, for whatever reason, I've heard so much about it, and that did come up. But for me as a wrestling fan, as a Maritime wrestling fan, for my generation, I have major regrets not going to that Maritime Cup one, because I saw it and I thought about it, but I was a younger guy. It was far,
It's Halifax, right?
It was Halifax. But I think, what year was it? 03, I want to say?
It was 03, 02 or 03, yeah. I think it was 03, though.
I would have been like 18, 19. Driving to Halifax when you're 18, 19 is a damn scary thing when you're from Rishabukto, New Brunswick. So I remember seeing it and thinking, man, that would be fun, but it's a little too far away. And my parents would have bin like, I'm not driving you that far to go watch Maritime Wrestling.
Especially with a horse and cart being so young.
But I would have loved to see that show, man. So for me, it's, thanks to Scott, it would have been Maritime Cup 1.
But who knew it would turn into this? Like every time.
But is it, when you look back, is it that surprising?
No, it's not that surprising. But you never know what's going to catch on.
You know what the next thing that's going to be that big is? And a market here, I'll say it right here in this podcast. It's the Leo Burke Cup.
Yep, and we will be there.
Huge thing. I love what Burke's doing. I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a nod to the past. Sorry, Burke. Fuck.
Burke's not doing much.
Thank God. You know what? Okay, I love what Boyce is doing. I think it's a nod to the past and an honor for the future.
Absolutely.
So,
100%.
And a pleasure for all of us nerds that are big wrestling fans. So
yeah, we won't miss that one.
Boyce, I'm sorry I fucked up your name. Your suits are still beautiful, and I love you.
All right, Jason, what is your event?
So for me, I didn't pick one that I went to either. I actually picked one. Most of you know I've all attended the Grand Prix stuff when I was young. I mean, I did the TV tapings when I was 7 or 8 years old. I wanted to see my first the first event I would go back and see would be the first TV taping for international wrestling at the Forum.
Yeah.
Back in '69, I wasn't even born yet at that time. But the chance to see Leo Burke as a young man would have been cool to see. That first TV taping had Rocky Johnson on it. I would have loved to have seen him. He was taking on Freddie Sweetan. You know what I mean? Just to see the guys that really built the Maritimes. We just recently interviewed Dave Arthur again. That interview's coming out in a couple of weeks where we speak about international wrestling again. There's no footage of it. There's one match. We've talked about it multiple times. Yeah. So to go back and actually see the first TV taping of it would have been absolutely fantastic. Dave on his Instagram, the International Wrestling _HFX on Instagram, he's got actually the newspaper clipping of the event. So it's got like the Fabulous Kangaroos were on the card.
Yep, they were the first tag team champions.
Ox Baker, Leo Burke, the Beast versus Vic Rosatoni.
Rosatani, yep.
Rocky Johnson versus Freddie Sweeten, Rudy K versus Ron Thompson. So, I mean, a lot of names. I mean, I've seen Leo Burke, I've seen Rudy K, I've seen the Beast wrestle. Older in their career. By the time I started going, you know what I mean, I would have been, I want to say, Grand Prix wrestling would have been like early 80s, from like, I would 82, maybe 83 and on. So to be able to see something like this would have been absolutely fantastic. So
Yeah. It's pie in the sky, because at like 69, none of us were born yet.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, we've all had like multiple discussions on Freddie Sweeten.
And that one right there, that would have been another great show. His final match at the York in Fredericton.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? He would have been something amazing, I'm sure. I mean, he passed away at 36 in his heyday. So, I mean, none of us got to see him wrestle, and there's not a whole lot of local stuff available for us to watch on him either. So
there's one clip on YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly right. So
we won't spoil it, but Dave gives us a little bit of an insight on what was supposed to happen with Freddie Sweeten before he passed away. You'll have to tune in. This will be next week. So in a week from now at 9 p.m., Dave Arthur is back.
November
But
19th.
tonight, November 19th, but tonight, he's real, he's raw, he's the international draw. He's Auguste Artois. I got to plug a few YouTube channels first.
Wait one second. Can we do some honorable mentions for that show? Because I love that question.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've got a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corey, give me yours first.
There's the Freddie Sweeten final show at the York. That's one of them.
I have one as well.
There's not really a specific date, but a massive Grand Prix show or international show where it was like a WrestleMania type show, chain match, this and that. IHW's first show, I wasn't there. I believe Corey was there, but I wasn't, just to see where that comes from. And not maritime wrestling, but I would have loved to have been at one of the WWF shows in 1990 that the Ultimate Warrior defended the world title. That he's my all-time favorite, and I never saw him live.
Sorry, I did.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Screw you. So the one for me is one that maybe a lot of people don't know about, but it was talked about back then. When Seiya Sanada came to the Maritimes, I was not aware, or I would have been there. But there was a show in Borden, Carleton, Prince Edward Island, and Keiji Moto was there.
The Great Muta.
Yeah, like, can you imagine that the Great Muta, Keiji Moto? I've seen so many of his amazing matches with Jushin Thunder Liger. Like, I used to download those on Kazaa, and it would take me
oh my
so
god,
long.
I forgot about Kazaa.
You're welcome. Listen, anybody that's still listening, you're going to enjoy this, but it took me so long to download it. And then it would finally download, and I was never let down. Like, I loved that Japanese wrestling in that era.
Yep.
And the match I'm thinking about, it wasn't the Great Muta, it was Keiji Muto versus Jushin Thunder Liger in New Japan. And man, like, this dude was an hour and a half from us. He didn't wrestle. The reason he came down was that Sanada was one of his, there was Young Boys.
He was trained. He was trained by Muto.
So being able to go there, though, and see Muto, even if I couldn't have shook his hand, just to see him.
And the fact that he put the costume on, though. Like, he put the Great Muta costume on. He spewed the mist. I remember telling my cousin Dan. My cousin Dan isn't really a huge wrestling fan, but loved the Great Muta. That was his guy. He thought it's so cool. He's got the face paint. He's got the poison mist. He did the moonsault. He just looked so cool. And his like gear that he would wear to the ring, sometimes there'd be a serpent around his neck, like in the design. And he's in my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. Fun fact there. Yeah, I didn't think of that one, but that's a huge one right there.
Man, I used to play Fire Pro Wrestling. Drop a comment on this channel, on this YouTube video, if you ever played Fire Pro. It's niche. It's not super popular in North America, But man, I used to love Fire Pro Wrestling on the Dreamcast.
I had it on the PS2.
Then they eventually brought it to North America a few years later on the Game Boy Advance. I played the shit out of those, and I had it on PS2. And then it became pretty common with New Japan World now. Or New Japan World, my God, Fire Pro Wrestling World, which you can get on Steam for like $15 now, or on the PlayStation Store for about the same. It's a great deal. But man, I used to... Muda... Oh, man, the memories. Yep. The fact that he was that close kills me. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah,
I'd go back and watch that first IHW show, too. I was not at it. I was not at the Sackville show.
Okay.
I was at the second show in Irishtown. Okay. I went to the Sackville show, then I went to the gym. I wasn't at the Sackville show. I went to the gym, and BT was there, and Cheryl went to school with BT, so I started talking with Steve. And he was like, man, you got to come out to Irishtown and see these shows. You like wrestling, blah, blah, blah. And then I was fucked. Every month I was in Irishtown freezing my ass in a low ceiling. And it was what got me back into maritime wrestling, and I haven't looked back. So thanks, Steve, you bastard.
That first show, too, I would have loved to have seen that as well. I mean, a more recent one, too, was North Pro's first show at the casino. I think I would have been cool. I wasn't there for that. I only started watching North Pro after that.
I think I was the only one at that show, and it was... It's a show that feels like it was a dream, because he had some big start. Like, to me, it was the first time going to a maritime show where, oh, hey, Nick Aldis, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion's here. Literally 5 feet from me, to my right. And then you turn to the left, there's Flip Gordon. Look straight ahead, there's Gonota Bear, there's Kirk, and I'm like, where am I right now?
Yeah.
Even to go back to that Capitol show and relive it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Given what we all went through with COVID and shutdowns, etc., I definitely appreciated my first few wrestling shows back more than I've ever enjoyed anything that I've done in my life, because I realized how it could all be taken away in a second.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I just love being with my friends and heckling guys and almost watching a 50-year-old die. But that's neither here nor there. I was so scared.
Yeah.
The only person more scared than me was New Scott. My God, his reaction was great.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love watching Decker dive off the belt?
I'd love to go back and relive some of those real action shows that they used to have. I was at some in New Brunswick, but I'd still love to go back and relive that. Obviously, all the old Grand Prix stuff, all the old international stuff, but
XWA as well. Seeing Dick in his early prime would have been absolutely fantastic.
Chip Chambers,
exactly.
A young Caden.
Yeah, we didn't know how lucky we had it at one point, and we're really lucky again right now. But within an hour, 2 hour radius, we had such good wrestling with the NWE in Miramichi at IHW. XWA was rolling. It's probably the second best that maritime wrestling's been, except for, in my opinion, right now.
I agree.
In our generation. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Get out and enjoy those shows now, or you're going to regret it in 10 years, is what I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Mark agrees. I want to put over a few, one YouTube channel. So, August Artois, our guest tonight, he has 2 shows. Jason, you've been watching them weekly. They're fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous
it's
with a
guilty
W.
Pleasure. Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous with a W is August and Wizzo just like looking at wrestling promos or wrestling botches August is just such a funny dude.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also Real and Raw, their interview show.
Their interview show, they also look at terrible promos as well. Wizzo, to me, is the straight man, and so it's like a great duo. You get the straight man and the comedian. They're absolutely hilarious. So you've got the Real and Raw is their, like you say, their interview show. They used to bring on some really cool guys. And it's fun to watch and listen to. Like, some of these guys have been all over the place. I mean, in August Artois, you'll hear tonight on the episode on the interview, this guy has wrestled some big names, man.
He has one story, no spoilers.
It's such a killer story, man.
It's a killer story. El Puertorriqueño.
What? Yeah.
All right.
That's all you got to say.
That's all you got to say. That's all you
Kind
got to
of
say.
reminds me of how you said earlier. I believe this is what I heard, but you said pie in the sky, and I got no fucking clue what you mean by that.
I said that?
There's a fucking pie in the sky where? Like, what the fuck?
Mark's hungry again. His god has run out on him.
His hot god.
His hot god is gone.
I have a god complex when it comes to eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
well, I believe that's the end of the episode, unless anybody else has anything.
Just want to thank Mayafi again for the intro. Much appreciate it. And yeah, that's it.
Mayafa or Mayafa?
However you pronounce it, Mayafa. One
You
of the
see the
Dan
size of
brothers.
him? You see the size of him? He can
Yeah,
call
yeah.
himself whatever the fuck he wants.
Corey's
Yeah.
calling you fat.
The other Corey's calling you that, not me.
You should beat him up.
All right. That'll be this week's episode. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Thank you, boys, for joining me. Thank you to Mayafa for the intro. And we will see you all in 7 days. Till then, take care, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.